"100 years of offshore racing with the Royal Ocean Racing Club, amazing Nelson's Cup and Antigua 360, and the Caribbean 600 starts on Monday." So we just completed the Nelson Cup and Antigua 360. Fantastic few days of racing. Couple of outstanding notable achievements. Run, 5 bullets in their series. You can't get better than that. We work with the International Maxi Association to bring the Maxis to this event. I think it's fair to say that's brought a whole new level to the event, and hopefully they'll be back in years to come. RC Super Zero this year, amazing lineup. Anybody would please see this lineup in one of their races. The 3 line honours, contenders, 2 L's, Luck in Leopard. Leopard's the defending champion, obviously, and then Bullet will be hard on their heels. It'll be amazing to see how that race pans out. That is a very top competitive fleet.
In our class, we've got a few 100-footers, and the crews on those boats are top-notch. Leopard is a vintage boat, but she has been reconfigured and she's going very, very well. We are racing against newer generation boats that also have top-notch crews. They've all gone through upgrades. The race has evolved into a very competitive race. Given the fact that we've got this group of Maxis here right now, it's going to be very busy. It's going to be a game of millimetres. We've already seen these big boats, the characteristics of all of them. They all have good points and bad points, and strong points and weak points, so it's going to be tight racing.
Yeah, with a boat like Lucky, line honors is always the goal, and we got some stiff competition with Leopard and with Bullet. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, and certainly we're looking for more breeze and definitely more reaching. I think the other guys have an edge in the windward lured stuff, so. Which is kind of what we've been doing all week in the Nelson's Cup. But hopefully, we get some good reaching conditions and we can stretch our legs.
I've never done the 600, but I've done 2 free middle sea races.
Yeah.
And I've done a Newport Bermuda, I've done a Juralia. So this is another big race for me. It's actually the reason I sent the boat over here. Because I do love offshore sailing, even though Bullet was born as more of an inshore sailor and coastal racer, but then we obviously worked on it to kind of make her more capable in offshore sailing, for offshore sailing. So I'm super excited. This is one of the most iconic races in the world. So, for an offshore sailor is something that everybody wants to do, and I'm amongst those.
We're just trying to make the boat as ready as possible. We're gonna try to get our opportunities, but we know we have to take it easy. But also it's a long race and long legs, and with some opportunities, especially at the lee of Guadeloupe. We're gonna take every leg step by step and trying to do our best.
There's not going to be a lot of room for error out there. We won't be able to leave much on the table. All these boats are very capable of getting the Line Honours trophy. Every single one of them.
So RC1 will be interesting this year. It's the battle of the car keeks. We've obviously got Ran, which is car keek, and James Neville's Eno Noir, which is a car keek, and the new one to get. Look quite promising in the Nelson's Cup. They're obviously new to the boat. But I think that'll be an amazing battle between those 3, see who comes out on top of that class.
The main thing that obvious for everybody is the bow for sure, but we try to fine-tune every details of this boat with builder Jason Carrington in Leamington, and we try to push everything as far as we can, even the mast. The mast is specific. Definitely the first feeling is that much more quicker than the previous design we have, but much more demanding in terms physically for the crew. So Ran is a kind of turbo TP52. Eno is something more onshore or offshore, but in a smaller package. The idea of our boat was to have something more offshore. So during the Nelson Cup, we faced against the 2 other car keek design. and it was quite interesting to compare the speed and also the ability to go downwind. And I think that one is for sure a step beyond, and it's not so far, but we are quite close in terms of performance, so it's interesting to compare for us.
RC2 this year, this is where the pro-ams and the amateurs are. They have to plan for their race a little bit differently. It takes them longer. They've got more weather routing to worry about. People like Ross Appleby in that class, seasoned campaigner, he'll be pushing really hard, not only to win his class, but to win overall. So youth teams in this year's event, we've got a couple of notable ones. Warthog, the local boat, you can see by their reaction at the prize given how thrilled they were with their performances in the Nelson Cup and the 360. And Hasper Hamburg, the German youth programme. Every time you see them, they're laughing, joking, but you can see how serious they are about getting it right. When people like Bao Becking take time out to talk to them and impart their knowledge, they're fully focused on what they're doing, but having fun at the same time. And it'd be interesting to see how those two boats perform in RC2 this year.
So it's really nice to be here. So much sun and such good winds. There are so many professional sailors here, and it's an honor to be as an amateur here. Most of us knew each other before, so we sailed with each other and have fun with each other. We're really good friends, also not on board. It's just a big honor to also be here. And a success would be that we, first of all, have fun, grow as a team, be in a good position, obviously, in the race, but that's also hard if there are a lot of professionals, so we have to be realistic in that point of view. But I really think that we have been successful if we are in the middle field, if we didn't break much, and that we grow as a team. I think it's very cool because there are not that many young people in offshore sailing, and it's nice to be a part of it and to get the opportunity to sail in such big races.
This sailing team has been together for almost 9 years. We started sailing the little Cork 1720 at National Sailing Academy, and we managed to all stick together in this long time period. And it's just extremely rewarding for us to be here getting ready for the Caribbean 600. It's almost the penultimate event that we would do as a team that we haven't done yet. The goal is definitely to podium. We completely understand how hard it is as far as racing goes. And our boat is extremely difficult to sail consistently well all the time. We're talking good averages, because we have boats in our class like Pata Negra, which are designed around sailing offshore entirely. Our boat's a lot more tweaky. It's very nice for inshore, but to maintain good speeds offshore is going to be an extreme challenge. The team is extremely motivated because this is what we all love to do. We're all trying to make this a career. We're not fully professional yet. We're still getting a lot of exposure and still gaining experience. The amount of effort and dedication that we've had from the team in the last 2 weeks alone has given me enough confidence to think that we can really pull out a really good result in the 600.
Multihull fleet this year wide open. Mod 70s are taking the year off, and that gives the rest of the multihulls, who are sometimes in the shadow, the chance to shine and prove what they can do. It's going to be a difficult one to call. They're all in it with a chance at some point, and we'll wait and see who comes out on top at the end.
For this year, the race will be very intense because so much boat, a little like us. We are very the similar size, so with a similar rating.
There is a lot of boats bigger than us. We are the small boat. We have a very small boat, but we have a very big rating, the biggest. We enjoy to sail here in Antigua, and it's a real pleasure to be here.
It's interesting because I never race against Perros-Guirec. It's a compatriot, it's a French guy. So it's a little race into the race. I'm sure we can go faster, but we are never sure before the race. Only for that, it's good to be there.
So this year sees our first Slovenian entry, a really keen young man who actually skippers a boat and has sailed here solo from Malta to take part in this race.
Hi, my name is Matic Vrečko, I'm from Slovenia, here sailing on sailboat Carpo as a skipper, and I haven't been home since October. I sailed here from Rolex Middle Sea race and I'm really excited to be here. I assembled the crew, and it's not our regular crew, it's assembled from different boats, from different clubs. We are all Corinthian sailors, just friends, all contributing to be here on this race. I think we're gonna fit together perfectly. We had our first sail today as a whole crew, and still a few rough spots, but I have a good feeling. The thing that brings me the most joy is knowing that we are here, the first team of Slovenians representing our home country. I think it's something really special, and we just, came together in a place far, far from home, and we're all thrilled to be here.